Shalom, all praises, glory, and honors to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham Racha HaKodash, and double honors to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone, peace and salutations to the elect. I am your brother Makola from the Great Millstone Jamaica camp again with a lesson to feed the electric spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh Shai. Now, I want to read the scripture, then I'll introduce the topic. Luke chapter 8, verse 16, it says, "No man, when he had lighted a candle, cover it with a bushel, or putteth it under a bed, but setteth it on a candlestick, that they which enter in may see the light. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad." And that's beautiful, as a powerful precept. Now I have a video on screen here. I had other videos of it, but I'm just gonna choose this one for the interest of time. This thing looks serious, man. So let me just play it and say a couple of things about it in the spirit. Let's see what the Lord have in store.
Now, I've been telling y'all for a long time what these people are into. Celine Dion confesses on deathbed, "I ate children to stay young. Now I'm dying." Now, she's not on her deathbed, but she's not.
And we just, we just bringing out the news. This is not medical information. This is, I'm not making any money off of this. This is just in the public, and we just playing it over. That's all right?
Doing too well these days. So it says she's dying of Kuru. What is Kuru? Kuru, a transmissible spongiform encephalopathy, is a disease of the nervous system that causes psychological and neurological effects, which ultimately lead to death. It is categorized by progressive cerebral ataxia, or a loss of coordination and control over muscle movements. Now, let's look into what somebody who actually confirmed has this looks like. Now, here's a child from Papua New Guinea with advanced Kuru. Now, Kuru, this disease is caused by eating humans, particularly advanced stages from eating human brains. So it's a cannibalistic disease. And based off her weird kid clothing line, I mean, look at this. You got your pyramids, you got your Knights of Malta signs, you got your New Order. I mean, they don't even try to make it, unobvious to you guys at all. They got the kids with the face coverings, Knights of Malta sign. So they put it blatantly right in front of your face. Now, if you notice that child was very skinny, could it be the reason we're seeing all these super skinny celebrities that look...
Hey, Ashawamba, you remember that video that you sent me with that black... I'm gonna use that black chick with what's she name? Ariana Grande. The two mad looking, just maybe the Kuru, just maybe they fall victim of Kuru. You never know.
Very strange. I mean, almost too strange for it to be Ozempic or something like that. Could this be caused by that? I mean, and it says, yes, Kuru does eventually make people extremely thin, leading to severe weight loss and malnutrition. So, what's really going on in Hollywood? And are they putting it right in front of our faces and we don't even see it? Let me know what you guys have to say about it in the comments.
Hey, that's the Lord for you, man. That is actually the Lord Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, bringing out all these bullshit, that take place in Hollywood and Bohemian Grove, where you name it. Everything that is in secret is now out. And you see, you people, you have been mesmerized too long by these witches and warlocks that constantly been throwing witchcrafts over your heads. Everybody look, oh, Celine Dion's voice is so beautiful, she can sing. Yes, she can sing, but she's a fucking witch. You know, all of them. So you see, the days of being starstruck, that shit is out the window, man. As the scripture said, the daughters of music shall be brought. As a matter of fact, let's get that, man. ECC 12. Let's get that. Ecclesiasticus 12. And it reads, Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them, like this witch. That's why she's confessing. It says, While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. In the days when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened. So basically, jobs is not out there like that, and whatsoever you work in, the pay is not good. And the doors shall be shut in the streets. As I said, there will be no jobs. When the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up to the voice of the bird, and the daughters of music shall be brought low. And let me say this, man, and I was thinking about this. You know, one of the ways that the daughters of music has been brought low in this time, guess what? Vlogging, streamers. Now you have celebrities have to turn to streamers for hype. You see that? That's one of the way. So now the Lord basically is using these streamers and you know, to keep you relevant. You know, a lot of you doing all type of shit basically to stay relevant, so you can feed your family because of the deal that you have made with the enemy, which we're not supposed to make any covenant with them. All of you are being brought low. You know, it's 2026. Come on, man. We're not supposed to be looking at any of these rap stars, dancehall artists, soca stars, any of y'all. No fucking celebrity. If you're not saying Yahweh Basham Yahushai, fuck you, man. That's just the way it should be. That's just it. One way, Yahweh Basham Yahushai. Fuck everything else, fuck everybody else. Pardon my language, but that's how I'm seeing it. Because see, it has been exposed. And in one of the video, the guy, one of the video that I had, that I was gonna bring out this lesson with same topic, but he was getting in an adrenochrome, of which that has already been out there. And that's the reason why a lot of you lose your loved ones, your little children, and you can't find them, and you'll never find them again, because guess what? They're not going to be found again. And a lot of them are Jake. You best believe that. You best believe that. That's it. Hey, if, as I said, you know, since night I was prophesying, if you don't want Yahweh Shai to come back and rule this world, then you deserve death, man. Yeah? If you don't want Yahweh Shai to come back and rule this planet, then you deserve death. This is Leviticus 17, verse 11. As a matter of fact, let me start at verse 10. It's 17, verse 10. And whatsoever man there be of the house of Israel, of the strangers that sojourn among you, that eateth any manner of blood. And this is the strangers here is supposed to be Gar, right? Let's look up the word. Strangers, right? That's it, Gar. So this is definitely speaking about Jake, right? So he says, and whatsoever man there be of the house of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn among you, that eateth any manner of blood, I will even set my face against that soul that eateth blood, and will cut him off from among his people. For the life of the flesh is in the blood, and I have given it to you upon the altar to make an atonement for your souls, for it is the blood that maketh an atonement for the soul. Therefore I said unto the children of Israel, no soul of you shall eat blood, neither shall any stranger that sojourn among you eat blood. Right? We're not supposed to drink blood to get adrenochrome and shit. And well, she have a voice of a Jake, you know. I'm not sure, but she have a voice over Jake. But Jake is doing that shit as well. All people is doing that shit. You think the 50 Cent and the whosoever that became so I should say got such a name in this world, they're not into those shit. They might not want to be. They're not. Their success doesn't come by just working. No, fuck that. Remember what happened in Luke chapter 4? Luke chapter 4, man. Let's get that. Luke chapter 4. See? And this is, hey, Yahushai. Yahushai is the best, man. Luke chapter 4, verse 4. And Yahushai answered him, as a matter of fact, verse 5. And the devil taking him up into an high mountain, shewed unto him all the kingdoms of the world in a moment of time. And the devil said unto him, all this power will I give thee, and the glory of them, for that is delivered unto me, which Yahweh gave it to him, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You know, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, right? Remember that. And to whomsoever I give it. If thou therefore wilt worship me, and shall be thine. And remember, this is not the kingdom of heaven. So if you have a piece of the pie, that means you're worshiping Satan. And Yahushua answered and said unto him, get thee behind me, Satan, for it is written, thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only shall thou serve. So we are only to serve Yahweh Hashem Yahshai. And part of serving Yahweh Hashem Yahshai is not to be, eating the flesh of your own kind. Not many animals, I think, actually eat their, like a pig. A pig is a scavenger, But not many animals. I'm trying to. If a lion see an next dead lion, he doesn't eat him. We in our dietary law, let me say it that way, the animals that we do eat, they are carnivores. Not salakia, not carnivores, herbivores. So like the cow and the goat and the lamb, what they do, they eat the grass and they get the chlorophyll and what they need, and they go into the muscles, and we eat the muscles to get the proteins and to get the zinc and whatever. We don't eat carnivores. Yeah, we don't eat carnivores. We eat herbivores according to the law. So when you see these witches and warlocks actually eating the flesh of, trust me, that's some high level witchcraft shit. And these are the type of behavior that get Jake to be kicked out the land. The Amorites, the MA, them Canaanites was doing the same shit. As a matter of fact, let's go for ourselves and look up Kuru. What's that? They were coming from everywhere. Cockroach infestation rise after mildew winter. Okay, alright, so Kuru disease. Let's go into Kuru disease. Kuru is a rare, fatal, and incurable brain disorder caused by an infectious misfolded protein called a prion. Endemic of the 4 people of Papua New Guinea, it spread through ritualistic mortuary cannibalism today. The disease is essentially eradicated because the practice of consuming deceased relatives ceased in the 1950s. That's a crap. That's not ceased, because we are witnessing. There's a confession. And it came out in the Epstein files. The Epstein class people, they love that shit, man. The ratters, the small hatters, they love that shit. See, so we are seeing reasons why Yahweh Hashem Yahshai is going to put these devils in slavery. And the Lord is going to do a great deal of hurt to you heathens, man. So he says symptoms and progression. Kuru primarily affects the cerebellum, the part of the brain responsible for balance and muscle coordination. Losing muscles. The illness progresses rapidly through 3 distinct stages, usually resulting in death within 6 to 12 months, and almost always within 2 years. Almost. So all the money that they have been spending on themselves to be Scientology, whatever, The Lord basically is up with that shit. See, like the hell Rakaya said, you know, these witchcraft, it worked till one day it stopped. And when you think about it, that's true. So you might going on and on and on, you know, and you think it's well with you. Then one day, you know, like there's a proverb out here in the island that says it's not every, it says, if every day the water water bucket goes to the well, one day the bottom will fall out. You know, but we say it like every day bucket go well, one day the bottom must drop out. Meaning you constantly using it, there will be deterioration. So one day, the Lord's gonna just give that way, and fuckery is gonna happen, right? So it says ambulance stage, sedentary stage, terminal stage. So let's just read that and see what we get. Quick and fast. It says ambulance stage characterized by unsteadiness in walking, tremors, shiverings, and a decline in ability to control posture and muscle movements. Right? Sedentary stage, the individual can no longer walk without support. Tremors, worsen and emotional instability, such as sudden involuntary bouts of laughter, often termed the laughing death. Occur. Terminal stage, the patient is bedridden, loses the ability to speak, cannot swallow food or saliva, and eventually becomes completely unresponsive. And I think it's if it's not Ella Pastor Tahar, it's the Ella Yashawama that did a lesson the other day stating that showing that more people are turning back to a biblical based diet. It all comes around, because a lot of people would tend to think that they're smart. Oh, that was the biblical days and Bible days, like you're smart. You're not smarter than the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It all comes back around. See? It is an evil thing and a bitter that we have turned against the Lord Yahweh. As a matter of fact, let me just get that's Jeremiah chapter 2. Jeremiah chapter 2, and I think it's verse 19, straight to the point, and it reads, thine own wickedness shall correct thee, and thy backsliding shall reprove thee. Know therefore and see that it is an evil thing and bitter that thou hast forsaken the Lord thy God, and that my fear is not in thee, saith the Lord Yahweh Shabbat force. It's crazy. See, so what's taking place right now, yeah? What's taking place is just this woman, you know, it's just this woman realizing that the scripture refer to it says the arrow which was meat, recompense of your arrow which was meat. Yeah, that's it. That's what you get for consuming the flesh of human beings. Treatment and legacy, you're not going to be treated. Cause and transmission. Unlike bacteria or virus, prions contains no genetic material. Instead, they are abnormal, mishappen proteins that force normal proteins in the brain to adapt the same incorrect shape. This sets off a destructive chain reaction that creates sponge-like holes in the brain tissues. Wow. You see, Esau Edom been doing this for years and nothing's happening to him because this is his kingdom. But now is the time when he's going down. Look at that. See, hey, I remember somebody was on the street one day, and Brother Rekoyakam was speaking, and I think it was the time when General Yohana talk about do it in the butt. And the brother said to the person that, look, have you ever researched the side effects of that shit? You know? Well, it's the same question I want to ask these people that been doing this shit, man. Have you ever researched the side effects of that shit, man? The scripture says the wages of sin is death, spiritually and physically. Do you hear what happened when you do such shit like that with the brain and with the protein cells and take the shape and you're destroying your cells, man. Destroying the cells and when wickedness shall correct thee. That's what the scripture says. You know? Thine own wickedness shall correct thee. You know? Let me ask Google another question. Does the celebrities start loses weight rapidly of cool? I was trying something like that. Seeing that it may mention of it. Let's see what it says. No, celebrities who experience rapid weight loss do not have cool. Are seen online from various social media misinformation and conspiracy theory. Recently, internet rumors, false claims that certain public figures such as Ellen DeGeneres contracted Kuru. Well, I don't even know who named Ellen, whatever. You know, I just started to ask. Maybe I'm not asking it the right way. And it's not like they're gonna say that, you know, but something is definitely not adding up. With the weight loss in such a rapid succession, if we're looking at it from a carnal eye, but through the spirit, this thing look like it, man. And everything is gonna be made public, man. With that, I wanna say shalom.